Welcome back to the Habit-Based Lifestyle Podcast. I'm your host, Jesse Ewell. Today, I want to talk about general goals get you general results.
You are tuning in to the Habit-Based Lifestyle Podcast with your host, Jesse Ewell. This is the Habit-Based Lifestyle. Let's go.
So what brought this on was I just literally wrapped up a call with some men that I coach, and one of the things that we talked about was how often we set general goals, and in those general goals we get general results. And so what that means is this: if we don't set goals that are very specific, if we don't set goals that are tangible, and if we don't set goals that have some type of meaning, what ends up happening is they just become another general goal that I've set. So if you're someone who normally sets goals, it's a good opportunity for you. We're at the 6-month point of 2024. Are you on track with your goals? Are you off track? And if you're off track, chances are you've probably been setting general goals and you haven't been super specific. And so in this episode, you want to really check in with yourself and say, hey, listen, have I been general in how I communicate my goals? Have I been general in how I've approached those? Because my results are most likely general also. So my goals and the specificity of my goals usually come down to the specificity in results that I'm getting. So if I've set a goal like, hey, I want to lose weight, I want to, gain more muscle, those are really general goals. And in that, I tend to get a general result that's not something I want. I want to make more money. That's often a thing that I hear. And what I hear is people have a really hard time committing to a specific goal, and so they end up setting a general goal in case they miss the thing that they really want. So if you're someone who sets goals, if you're someone who writes them down, be as specific as possible. Get really specific on the number, the tangible result. What would this look like if you were to hit this revenue number in your business? Like I talked to a gentleman on this call, and we were talking about, hey, I want to make between 25 and 30K a month. And I said, well, which one do you want to make, 25 or 30? He's like, well, I don't really care. And I said, okay, so then you're not being very specific. Do you think your results are going to care when it comes to that? You're going to mirror your results to the specificity or the generality that you're setting. So the more specific result I'm looking for, the more general result I'm looking for. So when you set these, be specific, because the more specific you are, the opportunity is there for you to get that specific result as well. And so our results often mirror how specific or general we were in setting them. Okay. And so like, think about it. It's already going to have resistance the more specific we get into a goal. The more general we get, there's very little resistance. So remember, if you're being really specific on a goal, the second thing that typically shows up is going to be resistance. The more resistance I create, the more specific my goal is. And in having that, I can also expect a more specific outcome. So as you sit there and think about, maybe it's a goal you've set in your physical health. Maybe it's something in your mindset. Maybe it's in your business. You have a specific amount of money you want to make. Maybe it's, your marriage, your relationship, whatever that is. You're going to find that the more specific you are in the goal, the more specific you are in the results that mirrors that, the more general you've been in your goals, the more general it's gonna do that. So, as I often sit there with people, I ask them like, hey, what do you actually want your business to look like? What do you want your revenue to look like? And typically people give me a range, or people would say like, hey, it would be really nice to do this. And I'm like, well, would it be nice, or would it be really specific in wanting to do this? And so as you understand how you operate, as you understand how you set goals, as you understand how it becomes tangible, it's really the difference between you hitting a goal and not hitting a goal is the more specific that you are, and the more the more specific you are in doing that, the more tangible it is, and the more attainable it is. And so oftentimes that's what separates us from either hitting a goal or not hitting a goal, is just how specific we can become. Because remember, a specific goal is going to require a specific amount of work. A general goal is going to require a general amount of work. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm doing work, I want to know specifically what I need to do to actually accomplish the thing that I'm looking for. It's kind of like if you were going to make a meal, would you have a specific recipe or would you have a general recipe? I would think, if you're trying to accomplish something for your first time, second time, you got to have a very specific recipe you're following. If you're looking for something, more general, you just don't have enough skills to actually, pull something off and be general. So I want a specific plan, because I know for me that the more that I can be like, hey, I need to do exactly this, this, and this if I want this result, that makes it very specific. It makes it very attainable, and it makes it like, hey, did I do the work or did I not do the work? When I'm general, it's like, well, yeah, I kind of did the work. I kind of worked out, but I kind of didn't. And then you wonder why, you may not be getting the results you want. So let's walk through this. So specific, tangible, and then also, measurable work. What is the measurable work that I actually have to do to get the result that I'm looking for? That's a really important part of this, and that's really what, you're going to focus on. So as I sat on this call, sitting there saying like, look, just declare what you actually want. Not only that, but also be very specific. Say the exact number to the cent, to the penny that you want to write down. Because just writing things down, just being general in those, it's just not going to get you the results you're looking for. And so if you're sitting there, you're like, hey, what have I accomplished these last 6 months of 2024? General accomplishments are probably because you had general goals. Specific accomplishments are probably because you had specific goals that you were working towards, and they mirror back the results that you're ultimately getting. So again, a big part of this is sometimes it is a little scary to write down specific goals. Sometimes, you got to get committed to that, and you got to get committed to the work. And that's not always an easy place to work from. So you want to be very specific in the work that you need to do, what is required for you to hit those goals, because otherwise, it just becomes, a wandering generality or just a general thing that would be nice to have or nice to do. And that's not a way to set goals. So it's a quick episode today, but I think the bigger thing is just, hey, general goals is going to get you general results. And that's not what anybody's looking for. At the end of the day, nobody wants to sit there and do work and just get a general result. Okay. So if you guys have any questions, you want to go over or talk about anything or recommend anything you want to hear on the Habit-Based Lifestyle podcast, simply email me, jesse@habitbasedlifestyle.com. You can also check the show notes, be part of our private Facebook group, Habit Based Lifestyle and Business Secrets. Also, we've launched a couple new programs. So if you're a chiropractor, health professional, you've thought about bringing in a weight loss, done for you weight loss program, we have a new program called VIP Weight Loss Systems that we're launching into chiropractic clinics. We're launching into that space. We also have a brand new sales program specifically for selling high-ticket services in the chiropractic space and health space. That's called the results-based sales system. You can go ahead and check out the show notes for links directly to those programs. Again, we have our normal program, results-based marketing system, but these are some new programs that we just rolled out. Also, I have a new Instagram channel at Jesse Ewell Official. You can go into the show notes, you can click, and it'll take you directly there. Until next episode, have a great day.
You are tuning in to the Habit Based Lifestyle Podcast with your host, Jesse Ewell. This is the Habit Based Lifestyle. Let's go.